Hey guys, George here from SwannnGaming. Today I've got a short commentary for you just about the new maps. Obviously Onslaught came out yesterday, but this is about the fact that the second DLC map names got released. They were leaked, obviously they didn't mean to do it. If you downloaded the maps on an Xbox One, I believe, you would have seen the new 4 map names. There should be a picture on your screen now. If you haven't already seen it, they are called Battery, Red River, Rumble and Dome. Obviously, we've seen the two names Battery and Dome done before. I very much doubt they're going to be remakes. I mean, Dome could be, but Strike Zone's quite a lot like it, so I'd say probably not, but maybe. But the interesting one for me was also Battery, because obviously that's a Treyarch map name. If you haven't played COD 5, then you won't know, but if you did, then it was one of the map packs. And I very much doubt that's a remake, purely because COD Ghosts is an Infinity Ward game primarily. There's no Treyarch in it. But even though it's all Activision, I mean, it'd be cool if they did that, sort of like an intercompany bring back of maps, but I believe that the remakes will only be from Infinity Ward games. For instance, like Ignition is Scrapyard, I think it'll only happen like that. But obviously they slipped up, the maps got leaked, so we now know the names. The interesting ones for me were Rumble and Red River, because they're new names for maps. You know, we haven't seen them before, and they look really interesting, but the one that really caught my eye, obviously, was Rumble. Now, the reason for that is that's an odd name for a map. Like, Red River describes something, you know, it's a red river, but Rumble, I don't know, it's a weird one. Like, all of the others describe the thing. I mean, Ignition's kind of like that, I suppose, but all of the maps kind of make sense with the name, so it makes me think what's going to go on with Rumble. Of course, there was Tremor on the original maps on the disc, which has all the tremors and things like that, so it makes you think maybe something's going to go on with Rumble. But that would be interesting anyway. But what really... yeah, it really kind of got me excited, because it was instantly on the day. It was like we got something to look forward to. We know what the map names are, and we know they're going to be good, because these ones have been good in my opinion. Even though they're all quite close quarters, which is what I wanted, but I don't know. I won't give too much on my thoughts. I'll just keep covering this. The gameplay you're actually seeing in the background, I know it's a couple of minutes in anyway. The gameplay you're actually seeing is just some free-for-all Hunted, which came out yesterday with a new update. There's nothing special in it. I just got it yesterday so that I could talk over it for today and get this video out. This video is going to be a shorter video as well. It's probably only be about 5 minutes long, purely because I don't really need to cover much. As I said, I've covered the map names and things like that. But I can't believe that they've already sort of slipped up, released the map names. Obviously, it's the checkerboard thing for the map, as you can see in the map details. And it's got the coding there. It says LUA, menu, obviously map, Dome, for an example. But I'd like Dome to be a remake, but I don't think it will be, purely, as I said, because Strike Zone's quite alike. I did enjoy Dome on Modern Warfare 3. I thought it was a good map, but I find that remakes of maps play a lot different on the game they're remade on. For instance, the best example of this is Ignition. Scrapyard on Modern Warfare 2 played nothing like Ignition does now, because in Ignition it's so much different. Like before, I don't know, it was all a bit more hectic, but now it's a lot more organised because of how Call of Duty Ghosts is. And for another example, when they brought... I can't think of an example now, I can't think of a name. Okay, when they brought Vacant, I think it was. When they brought that back from COD 4 to Modern Warfare 2, I found with that as well that played completely different. On Modern Warfare 2, everybody was using shotguns and noob tubes. And on COD 4, that didn't necessarily used to happen too much. Obviously, there was a lot of grenades, because in COD 4, grenades were a bit powerful, but everybody was using that, and people were doing their own thing. So I think that even if they do bring Dome back, it will still be good, because it will play different, so it won't feel the same anyway. I would personally like them to bring it back. It was one of my favourite maps on Modern Warfare 3. But I also at the same time would like them not to, because I preferred the idea of having 4 original maps instead of what we have now, which is 3 and then 1 that we've just, they've just decided to make it look nicer, give it a good makeover, but that's it. I'd much prefer them to do, 4 completely new maps like they used to, or at least give us 5 maps. Obviously 6 if you include Extinction, but give us 5 and give us 1 remade, because we're paying, a lot of money for this, and they're only giving us 3 maps and some recycled old map that people liked, and that's good, to do, but that should be a bonus thing. Like when Terminal was released free on Modern Warfare 3, I thought that was a step in the right direction. because to do that for free was good, you know, to give everyone the chance to play the map, especially if they didn't get to play it. But I don't know, I think it's a bit weird that they've already slipped up and the map name's already been released. It kind of takes some of the fun out of it because now the hype's already on what the next map pack's going to be, and not necessarily what this map pack's going to be, because obviously it's only been out a day. But either way, it's been very interesting. So I'm going to wrap the video up here anyway because I've talked about my thoughts on them. And if you've enjoyed, obviously leave a like. If you want more news and things, I know I'm a bit late on this time, you probably already heard about this, but I just wanted to give my opinions on it. If you want more Call of Duty news and things like that, I'll be covering that occasionally, you know. It's not what I mainly focus on or what we mainly focus on here at SwannnGaming, but we'll cover news and games in general every now and again. But obviously, if you want to see more, if you want to see DLC, we got that. We got all the Onslaught maps on the channel.